keep this in mind.
Oh, Lord.
This is the Big
Round
10.
two, y'all. Round 2.
Okay, Big 10.
Round 2. Fight.
Oh, that's my joint. Doja?
Drake, number 1.
Oh, hold on. We're going through 1 through...
1 through 10.
Oh, shit.
Keep that list, though. Just start another.
Yeah.
Keep the list and send it to me.
Oh, dang. I don't do it.
I know you did with your stupid ass.
But I'll keep the ones I remember.
Out of the Big 10, I have Drake, Drizzy, the one and only.
Not gonna be no help. I'm telling you. All right, we talking about right now. What do we think?
Right now, 1 through 10. This is your. What you think? Where do you have him at, Chelsea?
3.
3.
And there's 10
1.
of these motherfuckers.
You have him at 1? All right. Lucian. Drake.
3.
All right. Kendrick Lamar. Where do you have him, Chelsea?
2.
All right.
2.
Lucian?
2.
Y'all niggas pussy. NBA Youngboy.
I'm about to be.
He is one of the highest selling rappers.
He owns his own stuff.
He's at. We'll talk about that.
Okay,
later.
okay.
We'll talk about that later. Oh, junky ass. Where do you have him, Chelsea?
6.
And Lucian?
8.
And
10.
All right. J. Cole? Where do y'all have them?
1.
Okay.
3.
6.
Nigga, fuck the big 3. Nigga,
Rick
it's
Ross.
just me.
Oh, this is my babe.
Okay, so.
I'm sorry. I'm not apologetic. 1.
Eh.
1.
Nope. You have him at 1?
Mm.
Okay. Chelsea and Love Bambina?
I have Ross at 5.
I'm going to give him 5. Yeah.
Wow.
5.
21 Savage.
Savage
21,
at
21.
Big old fan.
7.
All right.
8.
Okay. Little Baby.
Little baby. 9.
Okay.
6.
I'm going to do 4.
Okay. Young Thug.
10.
Okay.
9.
Not yet.
Future.
Ooh.
I knew he was gonna be in that
Okay.
list. 4.
All right. How many spots are left?
Uno.
Only 1 after this one.
Can y'all guess who the last one would be?
I'm trying to
What's
think
the
who.
skinny boy?
What skinny boy?
No.
What does he sing?
No.
He don't know the song. Singer.
I'm
The baby?
screaming.
Not the baby. He ain't skinny.
Kanye.
Oh. Okay. That actually
He
helped
ain't.
me out.
He's nowhere near skinny.
I would have put him
And-
on 1, actually.
Who was the last one we saw?
Future.
Future. Yeah. Okay.
Future was 4.
Okay.
You
can't change
Kanye don't. I'm not. I'm not.
Ye is
but
4 for me.
he would have been. He's 10 on my list.
Kanye.
Damn.
I would never put him
Kanye is
behind
4.
Future.
Future 7 for me.
So,
Yeah, and he was 5
give me your list, Bam.
for me.
1 to 10.
Drake, Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, Ye, Rick Ross, Lil Baby, Future, 21 Savage, Young Thug, NBA Youngboy.
Okay. Chelsea?
I know.
My list: J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar, Drake, Lil Baby, Rick Ross, NBA Youngboy, Future, 21 Savage, Kanye.
Okay. And Lucian.
Rick Ross, Kendrick, Drake, Future, Ye, Cole.
Ye is telling me so much that we need to talk about. This is why his ass wasn't going to be on the game. Talk about some Ye. All right. So, we went through the list. It's a lot of great artists out here. But there's really only, to be honest, right now that people are listening to is going to be 4. Right now on this list.
Okay.
Hold on, that's gonna be that people are just gonna be listening to.
That people have been listening to for the last month.
Okay.
Drake, J. Cole, Kendrick, and Future. We have to add Future into the conversation because he did bring in a whole sound.
Absolutely.
When like the whole mumble rap is after Future.
Oh yeah.
Never been a fan of it. But I can't discredit him for what it has become.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like we would have never gotten Takeoff. We would have never gotten a lot of these niggas.
Oh yeah. And I don't argue with that. Future is the Jay-Z of Atlanta. Like he runs Atlanta. There are people in Atlanta that will tell you Future is better than all them top 4s on that list. So
but I want to include him on the list.
of course.
But I only really want to talk about now the top 3.
Okay.
Your top 3 is
Kendrick, Drake, J. Cole.
They're my top 3 too.
Hold on, where they am I? I believe so. 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
These weren't your top 3, so don't you say a fucking word. He's now exiled from
They
the
are my top 2.
conversation.
They are the top 2?
yeah.
Okay.
Rick Ross was his number 1.
Yeah.
I mean-
that's because it's my guy. So
Yeah. Rick Ross is hilarious, honestly. He's a
love a
fucking
fat rapper.
clown.
Love him.
Rick Ross is exiled out. Him and what's that lady name? What's the lady name with the teeth?
What? Teeth lady?
His ex-girlfriend with the teeth.
Oh God.
You know what
Tia?
I'm talking about? Tia.
Eating
Him
hibachi.
and Tia.
They are meant
Him
for
and-
each other.
Yes, they need to get back together.
Yeah.
They laugh
She's-
alike. They act just
They
alike.
act just alike.
I think they be.
They
She doing it now.
Yeah, she was. They act just alike.
They literally should be back together and start a reality TV show. Dead ass. But we're not talking about Rick Ross right
They
now.
really should. It would be entertaining as fuck.
We're talking about these 3 gentlemen. Now, April, the month of April, we had a song. Well, we had an album come out. Future's album came out. Marvelous. I will say some songs were skips, but the song that stood out to me would be Like That.
Yeah.
I heard Like That from the. I said, what the fuck is this?
Yes. The
I
beat.
played it on the way home with a busted speaker. And I said, okay.
Let me see. Hold on. Let me see if I got to it yet.
Like that?
Yeah, you heard it.
Nigga, you're crazy. You're smoking fucking dookie brains if you haven't heard that song, bitch.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm thinking. Okay, not off of this album.
Not off the second one.
Okay, go ahead.
The
Go ahead.
first one.
I got you.
I heard, I knew the Future album sounded a little dissy. I didn't understand the title until I started to get it through it. And then I heard Like That. And I said, is that Kendrick? What? Okay. Then I started hearing what he started saying. And I had to bring it back about 17 times. I said, what the fuck that nigga say? Because Kendrick had been dissing Drake for a long time.
I mean, they make subtle blows all the time.
No. The last 3 years have been very blatant.
No, they have been. But what I'm saying is they've been doing this for some years.
For a long time. There's at least 2 hours worth of them going back and forth on this.
Like you could put it together if you compiled it. Yeah.
Excluding sales, excluding lyrical talent.
I think that's hard to do. But okay.
If we exclude that, then we take Drake out the conversation. So I mean, like excluding like writer ability.
They all have that though.
No, Drake is an entertainer. I love Drake. You know I love Drake down.
No, I do. Yeah, you don't think Drake is a decent writer?
No, Drake don't be writing.
I
that
don't
shit.
think Drake writes his music.
Oh, I think he does, but I do think he has like
I
help.
think it's a known fact that he doesn't.
Yeah, which I mean, I love him. I love the way he can give it up.
No, and I admit he's not a
he
Jay-Z.
delivers. Yeah, he delivers the music.
But
That's different.
He does deliver it, and I do think, like, obviously, like, you know, what's his name? Oh my God, it's on the tip of my tongue. With the red hair, Yachty is a huge writer for Drake and a lot of rappers. I guess the reason I'm not coming
Rick
for
Ross
Drake,
what? Rick Ross does a lot of writing. For
people. I could see that because his delivery, like Drake, I could see the delivery being better, like you said, from Drake. But you're saying if we take writing out, okay.
I mean, these people be talking about like rural. I don't know their lyrics. I don't know. To me, I just think lyrically they hit a little differently for me than Drake. Drake to me is like I'm ready to go party, or I'm just really mellow. But
well, it's according to which Drake you put on, because he has
he has other music other than party music. Yeah. He has all type of music.
Yeah, but he also have like that good melodic, that chill vibe and things like that too.
Yeah.
But
They
like
both.
that conscious
They all
rapper
all
stuff,
three of
though.
them do.
Well, I don't know.
Is he
You're
more
not
into
really,
conscious
you're not going to
rapping?
really go to party to Kendrick and J. Cole like that.
No, not party like in the club wise. No,
I know Jake. Well,
Not.
no Kendrick. Kendrick got
maybe
See,
in the future.
I would Kendrick. I would party to
song
Kendrick
would you-
and Drake.
Other
and
than like what
J.
song?
Cole.
What song? Give me a song that you would dance to in the club. Other than like Love.
J. Cole, I would dance to Get Off My Dick. I would dance to, like, fuck out of here. Neighbors Know My Name. Like, I'm dancing to that, but I'm like rapping and having a good time. When I say I'm in the club, that's what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
So I would do that. The only songs I'm really dancing to is probably like reggae, slow songs. I'm not typically dancing to rap songs anyway.
Well, you saying like your initial question was like bar to, not necessarily bar to bar, but like when it comes to like talented overall, is that talking about how that person put their thoughts to pens and articulate that versus somebody that comes out can be a collective information and then entertain this to the masses?
Entertainment wise, like that's why I said
Drake's gonna win.
Take the penmanship
Drake
out
is
of it
always gonna
because
win.
Drake's not going to have.
Entertainment.
He doesn't write all that stuff. We
Because
can't say that he writes. all
What
that
what
stuff.
people fail to realize about Drake is a character. Aubrey Graham is the man, and Drake is playing the character. Drake, one thing I can say about him, one of the reasons he's my number one is because Drake has done something that neither one of these gentlemen have done on the side of him, which is literally played in every single genre. Drake is also, he was an entertainer well before, not as a rapper, he was an actor. So Drake knows how to give us different characters, and he does that very well.
And
I
stay in
think
You know how to
He do
sing. You know how to
cosplay.
rap.
And stay
I
in
don't.
character.
People say it's cosplay, but I'm gonna tell you why I don't agree with that. When people see me, they're like, "Oh, you're Bambi. You were raised in North Carolina," but I also was raised in Brownsville, New York. So when I go to Brownsville, I'm a different person than I am when I'm in North Carolina.
Right.
When I go down, I was also a cheerleader. So when I cheered, I didn't behave as the person in Brownsville. And when I went to, New Orleans, I'm gonna be different. So I guess what I'm saying is, I feel like Drake's people say he's cosplay and they say that he's like pretending, but I'm like, nah, he's just multifaceted like most of us. We all have what we call, what do we call it? Like code switching. And
Okay.
it's just different aspects of our personality.
They said
Yeah.
they call it what's the word? It's not really cosplay.
I've heard
said
that
code
specific
switching.
word though.
Not code switching. That's not the word. Gentrifying.
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 I think it's complex because he is black and white, but I think the issue is that people say he doesn't talk about black
He's
issues.
white.
No, he's
No,
black.
he's black
mixed.
and white. His father is black. He's from
He's
Tennessee.
mixed.
You are who your mother is.
No,
Okay.
you're not. No, you're not.
I mean, so
told
that's some
you
people's
that?
perspective.
Girl, some
That's
ignorant
my
motherfucker.
perspective.
That's some people's perspective.
That is my
That is.
perspective.
So you think the father's gene don't play any role inside of the making of the child?
Absolutely.
Without the father, there would
But
be
you're
no
saying
child.
like the
Absolutely.
makeup of the growing up.
So how can you just say one is just all of mom? Dad is in there, baby.
You are who you come from. You are for your mother. You come out your mother's
You
womb.
come from
good egg.
two.
You do. I understand the biology of it. When I'm saying how you identify someone's race, where they're from, their heritage, their lineage, who was their mother, where were they from. That's how you will know.
When you do genetics, they don't just go by one gene.
No, they don't. They
So
don't.
how can you say
you're not talking about genetics though. You're
No.
talking
he's not
about
talking? He's
What-
talking about
how do we
biologic.
environment.
No, how do you identify somebody as black, white, whatever.
Yeah,
I say that you are who your mother is.
So
You
what
come
you're
from your
saying is he
mother.
was raised in a Jewish household when he was filming Degrassi, when his mother was sick and he was paying for those bills and doing all that. His father was distant from them. He had distance from his father because of his mother and his father's divorce. His father was in the States, in Tennessee.
Well, I'm not really talking about your lifestyle. I don't care if it was Drake or if it was Sheena.
No, I know.
If Sheena was born, excuse me, if it was, I don't care if it was Drake or if it was Nova, but if her mother was white, in my opinion, you would be white. And if your father is, if your mother is black, you are black. You can have a white daddy, but you are black. That's my opinion.
I think if your dad is in the home, that makes it different. I think if you were being
but it's not a life.
somebody.
But it's not a life. He's not even talking about
I'm not even talking about lifestyle.
He's not talking about lifestyle. He's saying that he believes that
biologically.
But yeah, he's saying biologically he believes that a child
is J. Cole white too?
Yeah, J. Cole's white. Even white mother, correct?
Wow. Yeah, he does have a white mother.
I get it. We're gonna say he's black because
mother.
he's a brother. Obviously, he's a brother. He has black genes in him. Of course, we can say that. But if I'm going to identify somebody as being black or somebody as being white, I'm gonna say
whatever
that somebody.
Their mom is.
That's my identification.
Why though?
I don't.
Because I feel like that's
racist.
It's not racist because I say that
because to be honest,
Latino,
black and white. Most of the time, the black dominates the white.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, you can see the features. You can definitely see black features with
both of them
mixed babies, whether it be whichever way it goes, whether it be the woman, the mother, the father.
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah.
Some black people can pass. Very few black people can pass as only.
A lot of people didn't know Jermaine was mixed. Few. I mean, he looks mixed.
It's a lot of whites,
but a lot of people didn't
black.
know J. Cole was mixed.
I mean,
they're black.
Yeah, they're black.
Yeah, they're black, so, but they look white.
Yeah.
I have a whole I have mixed. I have a lot of mixed people in my grandma's family, and the girls look like Spanish.
Yeah.
But when they have babies with white men. The babies come out white, but they're black. So if they're black, and the baby comes out white, what is the mom?
What is it? What is the mother? Is the question. First of all, what is she?
He's saying whatever the mom is.
Whatever the mom is. The mom is white. If the mom is from a white or black.
This is a whole
mother.
different.
So it's whatever.
Black.
It's whatever the mom.
White.
She can look white, but she's black. She's from a black woman's uterus.
Nigga, you're crazy.
So, but you're not talking about the way that they're raised, because we do acknowledge that lifestyles of.
He's talking about biology.
Yeah, I'm talking about that's how I identify somebody. Now we're talking about how people are raised. When you talk about people are raised, I know there's some people that allow Hispanics and whites to use the N word because because they are raised in a certain community that they are also raised in. So it's like a common trait.
Yeah.
So there are people, white people and Spanish people.
Spanish, yes. White people, no.
Yeah, I don't
that's taking
subscribe
it too
to that. Then you went too far with it. Yeah, but and the reason I say that is because you look at somebody like Drake, who was raised in Canada.
No, he's all Spanish.
No.
Cuban.
Okay, hold on.
No,
pause.
I was just saying you look at somebody.
No, don't say. I was just saying. Looking at somebody like Drake,
who was raised in Canada by his white mother, his Jewish mother, and then you look at someone like J. Cole, who was raised in Fayetteville, North Carolina, by his white mother, but they both were raised in what you would say, because Drake will claim that they didn't have a line, but I think more than anything, Drake just was young, providing for his adult mother. So to him, he was probably always hustling, struggling. And he has that. You can tell he has that in his mind, even today. J. Cole felt the same way, but he had a whole different path. He was raised around niggas. Like J. Cole, visited niggas in the summer. I mean, excuse me. Drake visited niggas in the summer in Tennessee when he was going to see his cousins and his dad. J. Cole, 2-5, Vietnam, that nigga, he was in it. So that's why I say lifestyle also makes a difference.
So getting to the lifestyle, that gets back to what makes rap music, and it's my take
culture.
on it. And it gets back to the culture, because if you if you don't come from a certain lifestyle, white kids, and you come into the rap game, you know what I'm saying, they don't get treated the same way, right? From the audience perspective.
You mean like a rap artist versus a black artist?
So if you don't come from a struggling lifestyle, hood, an environment with the niggas or something like that, there's a certain amount of street cred that you have to have. If not, you have to earn that as you grow in the industry.
Yeah. I mean, I think that it's just depends on your brand, because there are guys like Jack Harlow.
That's what I was about to say. Jack Harlow is
very successful.
Popping.
Very.
Yeah.
He's white.
And he's totally himself. Eminem, honestly, even though he does have the street cred,
Eminem
totally
is
himself.
Eminem is the top selling rapper in history.
And he's fire. And he's totally himself.
He didn't
He's
make
never.
your list.
And let me tell you
He
something.
wasn't on my list.
Eminem has never, and I think a lot of people
Do you
don't.
like Eminem?
I like Eminem.
I like
think
Eminem.
I think he's amazing, an amazing
Definitely
lyricist.
was
Love his work ethic.
And the fact that he had some of the rhymes I've heard him come up with, and I'm like, this man has never used the N word.
Great
Not
work
that I would
ethic.
expect him to, but when you listen to other rappers, even black rappers,
They're
and
dropping
every other word is an N word. Every other word is, and I'm not even really coming down on that, but I am coming down on like the lack of creativity and really the story scheme is not there. Eminem does it, and this white man has never used, and so he's saying words and never using, like, that is talent, and he's not even my top, but you got to give it to him. That man he's got it.
Back
Rapping,
to our
he
big
got
three.
it.
Back to our big three.
Top three. Big three.
We'll get into more of the breakdown of the
Yeah.
beef, but during our April wrap up. But I do want to talk about.
You ain't got a case for your phone?
I do. I just been taking my shit off.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's strong
I'm
enough.
sorry.
These bitches are strong.
Yeah, they are.
It feel good though.
Which phone you got?
The
These joints is light.
13.
This
Pro,
joint
let
feel
me
like
see.
paper without the case.
Oh yeah, that shit is trash. You can feel mine. I have Pro Max.
I had this before. Well, I didn't have the.
All
All right,
max.
back to what I was saying.
My bad.
Where we at with time, Aaron? Because I think you switched the camera once. 32?
Okay.
Perfect. I got about 4 more minutes. I'm going to wrap this up. Back to this big three. What could, since we know Drake is number one,
Technically,
if you had to give advice to J. Cole right now and to be number one, what would he have to do?
I wouldn't give him any advice. Keep doing what you're doing and stay and be number one for you.
I wouldn't give him advice to be number one because I love J. Cole for exactly who he is. But I would give him advice that when you know you're as good as J. Cole should know he is, like the way he effortlessly can put things together, like even on that tape, and I won't get too crazy into it, that he had to answer Kendrick's verse. Every track was good. It was like a really good project, and so I feel like, and it you could tell it was effortless. Like it didn't take him a lot of effort to put that together, but it was fire. And I feel like it was way discounted because he wants to protect his peace, and I get it 100%. But I think if anything, I feel like it kind of minimized his immense talent. So you didn't put Wale up there. I just realized that.
And I just knew he was gonna be on the list at least number 10. Like it was gonna fall at the last.
Yeah, I got sidetracked. But go ahead.
I thought it would. But I feel like people sleep on. I'm not gonna say sleep, but I don't feel like he's Wale. I'm talking about Wale. I don't think he's.
We're not talking about Wale. We're talking about the
I'm
big
sorry.
three.
I missed.
I know she
I'm
mentioned
sorry
Wale.
I'm sorry that we didn't have Wale on there. I did this on a certain type of ranking, and he just didn't make the cut of the 10.
I understand.
He might have been on 20.
Wale's an amazing
artist. Love him.
But we understand what's happening.
What we're doing here.
The NBA YoungBoy is crazy with no Wale, but that's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine
Yeah.
because you're talking
Yeah.
about right this moment.
I'm surprised
Right
he even
this
made the
moment.
list.
I'm going to tell you something that
He's
may
high.
shock you.
He's high. He's
I'm not a fan of
NBA
21 Savage neither though.
NBA YoungBoy
he's selling. I know.
sells
He sells like crazy.
more than half of the niggas that I mentioned on the top
Oh, I
10
know.
collectively.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he
Selling
had to
to
go.
those
Taylor
young
Swift
boys.
sells a lot too. I'm not a fan.
I'm not a
though.
fan either. But
Yeah.
I didn't say I was a fan.
No, we get
The
it.
top
We get
10 was not my top
We
10.
get
That
it.
was just what's been
What's
going
happening?
on.
What's
Nobody's
trending?
listening to Wale.
What's
I'm
trending?
sorry.
I understand.
Except for y'all.
Okay, that's fine.
That's like
Not a
back in
problem.
the day when, our moms was still listening to So Good. Yeah, so good.
Carry on with the
Nobody was
fucking-
listening to that. We were singing Mary J. Blige at the time. You see what I'm saying? I'm sorry. What would you tell J. Cole if he wanted to be number one? What would your advice be?
I don't know what advice to. He has his own sound that's not compared to Drake.
And I think he just doesn't have the desire that those guys have, right? He doesn't have.
Yeah,
he
we would
could
have
do
to tell
that.
him to either dumb his raps down or
He
switch
doesn't
his
have the
rap,
desire.
switch lyrically
both?
switch.
Aren't they both?
I don't know.
Aren't they both married? They should get divorced.
J. Cole and Kendrick.
I would never suggest.
Why would
why
They're
would
happily
the
married.
only
with
other
their
one
beautiful
that's
family.
single.
No.
The other
It's
one
Drake.
that's single.
That's why he's
is
number
Drake.
one because he's
single.
This is why he wasn't on the segment. This is why I didn't have him on the segment. Off rip.
I don't know about the divorce.
Give me the camera.
He's
Give me the camera.
sick.
Give me
Shut
the
it
camera.
down.
Give me the
Shut it
camera.
down.
need to
Give me. Can I get the camera? You got the camera on me.
They need to
This camera.
divorce. Are you fuck the family
Fuck
up?
the episode. We're done. Peace.
You are now tuned into Ghetto Games Podcast.
Welcome to the Ghetto Games Podcast.